We need to have a very serious and very honest conversation about everything that happened in the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky game, because there are multiple stories competing for attention right now, and every single one of them deserves direct and complete examination. There is the DiJonai Carrington incident involving Sophie Cunningham. There is what Caitlin Clark produced individually in this game. It's not a modest individual accomplishment. It is the kind of performance that makes the MVP conversation has a better angle. Sometimes the read truly does point away from Clark based on what the defense is presenting in that specific moment. That is basketball operating as it is designed to operate, with players making instinctive decisions based on available information in real time. The interpreter has had a complicated relationship with her own offensive game this season. The coaching staff has repositioned out this year. When Clark creates an easy look for Boston inside and Boston does not convert it, that is partially on the coaching approach that has moved Boston's game away from the interior dimensions that reflects something about how Boston is individually approaching her relationship with Clark's system in these specific game contexts. This is not a call to ignore what Boston contributes to this team when everything is functioning correctly. She is a meaningful part of what Indiana does well when the collective system is aligned and operating as it should. But the specific pattern of looking off Clark on handoff actions is generating enough specific commentary from observers in Indiana at a genuinely complicated organizational crossroads. The talent producing individual results on the floor is undeniably elite and historically significant. The individual output Clark and Mitchell have been delivering throughout this second half of the season is the kind of thing that builds permanent records in this league. But the organizational dysfunction that keeps making Indiana's path harder than it needs to be continues to appear in specific and documented forms, despite the extraordinary individual excellence that its best players keep producing regardless of the environment around them. Indiana won. Clark dominated. Timpson earned her starting opportunity with a complete performance. The win was secured in a game that tested Indiana in ways it should not have been tested. And the conversations about coaching decisions, about Boston's handoff tendencies, and about the Carrington incident are all going to continue with full intensity regardless of the final result, because they reflect structural realities about this franchise that a single victory does not resolve and cannot paper over. The individual performance was historic. Everything surrounding it remains as complicated as it has been throughout this entire season. Both of those things are simultaneously and completely true right now.